I knew my mic was off. I knew my mic was off. I just wanted to test something. I just wanted to test something. Let me get a drink of water. I'm not gonna be as loud as I usually am, because this is kind of a more... Holly, why are you opening your bottle like that? This is kind of a more serious, chilled stream, in a way. But hi, Twyla. Hi, Golden Lurky Lurky Turkey Turkey. Hi, Do. Oh, I forgot about that emote. But hi. This was a long time coming. This is something that I wanted to do for, honestly, kind of like in the beginning of VTubing, when I decided I wanted to be a VTuber. Because, you know, when I wanted to be a VTuber, I wanted to, you know, give some voices out to people who couldn't really give out their own voices. And why is my tracking? Like, please track my mouth. Okay, please track my mouth. I forgot. I have to comically open my mouth for it to... But yeah, this is something I've been wanting to do since, like, maybe the beginning. Not necessarily like this format, but just something along these lines. And me finally able to do Pride Month, let me do that. It's not been the biggest Pride Month that I thought it was gonna be, but like, that's what happens when you have a part-time job. And you got chronic fatigue. And you got IBS. And you have no money. Just, you know, multiple things. You know, the usual things that the gays suffer from. Because I don't know one gay that don't have IBS. I don't know a gay that don't have IBS. It's just a gay thing, I think. Oh no, do. Oh no. But as you can see here, we are not in the regular just chatting, and we're not in the gaming screen. We are in my room. We're a little more personal today. And you know, this is a very gay room. It's a very gay room. Yeah. So, I wanted to be a little more personal, and yes, you can see the boys. The boys are out and they're about. They're honestly part of my story. You know what? I'm gonna actually... No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to actually hide that for a moment. Before I get to everybody else's story, well, you know, I'll tell a little bit of my story, one part of my story, and then we'll go on to some, you know, stories that people have submitted, you guys have submitted. I'll talk a little bit more, and we'll just go from there. It's not good. I'm trying not to be a long stream. I got a date with a really cute girl tomorrow, you know. You know, I gotta go see this angel. But, yeah. So, where do I start? So, if you know me, you know that, Oh, you. Actually, I actually would feel a lot safer if I shut my office door, actually. I would probably feel a lot safer. Alright. It's not all the way shut, that way Dandy can just kind of like open it up if he comes down here. But it's closed enough that I feel like I'm not gonna have, like, you know, the parents hear me. And it's not that I would be in danger, it's just... It's kind of it's kind of an uncomfortable topic. It's just kind of an uncomfortable topic. It is what it is. It's been something for 20 years And it's 20 years of progress. Kind of, yeah. It's been progress, but parents be like that. Yeah, parents be like that. So, Paka did not really exactly know what LGBT was until, what year was it? Maybe 2007? And I had to probably have had to have been I had to be like 14. I had been like 15 or 16 at the time. And back then, definitely being gay wasn't necessarily talked about. It, especially because I didn't hear anything about it. And if I did hear anything about it, it was like insults that went right over my head because I had no idea what that meant. I had no idea what it meant. I remember clearly in like elementary school, like maybe 5th grade, I got told that I was a lesbian because I only drew girls. I only drew anime girls. Which apparently made me a lesbian? Okay, so with that logic, you know, the guys at Marvel who only draw men, I guess they'd be gay? I don't know. I don't know what logic it was. It's elementary school logic. And honestly, like, good for them that they knew what being gay was at that time, I guess, but I had no idea what that meant. So I remember me being like, I guess I'm a lesbian. I guess I'm a lesbian then. I don't think my parents liked that. I don't really remember anything else about it, but another instance that I had learned of it, I thought, oh, thank God it's not like one of those hiccups from before. But, hold on just one second. I'm going to turn my screen light off. There we go. Save power. The other time I had heard anything about being gay and stuff was when, probably like a little bit before, like, it's probably when I was 12 to 13. Maybe 12, honestly. But, you know, I had a friend in the church that, you know, my parents made me go to. And, like, you know, we weren't, like, best friends or anything, but it was somebody that actually wanted to talk to me and be my friend. So I took what I got at that time. And she was great. She was pretty cool. And she invited me to a birthday party sleepover. I was excited because nobody invited me to birthday parties. Oh, do. Nobody invited me to birthday parties at that time. Nobody wanted Holly at the birthday parties. Definitely not at their house. And over the night. So being invited by this person who was becoming like a closer friend, it was good. It was great. But then my mom said no. And the reason was because there was rumors that she was a lesbian. I had no idea what that meant. And you know, the only thing I really remember is, it's really telling that the thing I remember the most is trying to get an answer from my mom in the garage parking lot, or in the parking garage, and just the way she said it, the way she explained what being a lesbian was. It was just like with some utter disdain. And I don't remember what my reaction was. It was probably either very confused and very naive. Ew, okay. And you know, naive kid sort of thing where you pretty much just mimic the tone of like the parents to like appease them and stuff. Or I probably just went, okay. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't get to really talk to that person again after that. Yeah. And mind you, I was again like maybe 13 or 14 years old at this time. She was around the same age. She was basically the same age too, you know, in the church, and like, you know, really nice girl and stuff. But they were spreading rumors about this one child. They were spreading rumors about this one kid. And it just, looking back on it now, it's sad. It's sad. But the formal introduction was going freshman year and hearing something about the GSA on, like, you know, the school intercom. They talked about, like, you know, GSA's meeting at this time, da-da-da-da-da-da, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. Gay Straight Alliance? What the hell is that? What is that? And I remember it being okay, so, alright, there we go. I think it's back. Did it actually end the stream? Did it actually end the stream? Because for me, it didn't say it disconnected. I was waiting for it to say damn it. Damn it. Of course on Pride Month. But, I totally wasn't saying anything during that time. You didn't miss anything. Whew, yes. But hi, Kendra, how you doing? Where was I? You know, I learned about GSA and everything, and around that time, you know, Holly was in, you know, therapy, what else is new? And, you know, they're like, oh, well, you should, like, you know, participate in some clubs and everything. And, you know, GSA sounded really fun. GSA sounded like a really good choice. And, like, I had already started learning more and more and more about, like, you know, gay and lesbian and bi and stuff. At this point, I had no idea what transgender and everything else meant. I just knew that there was gay, there was lesbian, and then there was bi. And at that time, I was like, it just seemed like a no-brainer. It just kind of seemed like a no-brainer to me. And, you know, at that time, you know, my parents were sitting in the rooms with me sometimes during these sessions, just, you know, touch base on stuff. Inside, in the appointment, in the room with the therapist, they said, yeah, that's an idea we can do, join the GSA. No, I got told flat out, no, I was not allowed to join. Not allowed to join because they did not support it. They didn't condone it. They didn't want me involved with that sort of thing. I was a very, very sheltered alpaca. I was a very sheltered paca. Like, I'm not even from this place, and they still sheltered me. It was a very sheltered life. So this is gonna sound very weird. But I owe my sexuality awakening and learning about LGBTQ stuff from Yaoi. Yaoi fan art and Yaoi fan fiction and comics, that is like what brought me, it's what started it all basically. Yeah, Yaoi's the best. Yeah, bitch! Yaoi is what did it. I was starting on DeviantArt. I was getting into, like, you know, my favorite show's fandom. And that was, like, you know, my first kind of foray into a fandom. there was people drawing, like, you know, two boys, like, hugging and kissing and, like, you know, just being cute with each other. I'm like, yeah, they're always cool together. I never really realized that cool together could also mean kissy and dating and marriage and everything. So it just kind of seemed like oh, why didn't I think of that? Seemed like a no-brainer to me. Massive yaoi hands. I didn't get to that point yet, dude. I hadn't even gotten that far yet. Yaoi fanfic for you. Yes. The step up. That was kind of the step up for me. The yaoi fanfic. Because that was definitely... Well, back then, I definitely was still very... I was still very, very unaware of sexual stuff. I was not aware of sexual things. I had just learned what a hickey was freshman year. I was very sheltered. You had to beg your dad to... Kendra, that's not something you ask your parents to read. Kendra, that's not something you ask your parents to read. That's something you don't let your parents know that you read. Oh, no. You got the DVD. Oh, that's worse. That's worse. Can't you? Oh my god. Yu-Gi-Oh fanfics though. Oh, I can imagine that being really. I can imagine that being like a really like booming deal. I guess I would, but yeah, I pretty much figured out the language and the wording. Automod, yes. Let Twyla say so gay. I love Automod because it can catch some things, but sometimes. But thank you for the laugh, Kendra. And so that gave me a lot of, like, you know, the thoughts. No, don't say sorry. Don't say sorry. It's just, you know, the system trying to protect you. It's the system trying to protect us. It's got no fault. It's fine. I thought with all my other permitted terms it might let that, but I guess not. But yeah, I had those words and I had those thoughts and I can, like, you know, figure out my own feelings. And at that time I was also friends with like a few other people who also were teaching me more and more about gay and yaoi and yuri. And I figured out I was crushing on them, especially one of them. I was figuring out that I was crushing on one of them, and they were a girl. I assumed that at that time, they did identify as a girl, as she, her pronouns. I had no idea anything about that kind of stuff, like, you know, beyond that. So I had a very serious crush on this person. So at that time, that was when I found out or considered myself bisexual. Obviously, I am not bisexual now. I'm sort of bisexual. I mean, Pan is kind of bisexual in a way. It's just kind of a little bit of a plus. It's like bisexual plus in a way. That's what I call it. But yeah, that's my gay realization story. I will tell, like, you know, my stories about like gay awakening after we get through 1 or 2, 3 of these tells. So hold on just one moment. I'm going to link it in the thread, or not in the thread. It's not Twitter. Let me scroll past all of this freaking Malore retweets. Yeah. I will link the information to the chat. And I will pin that. Manually unpin in stream. And so if you still want to get your stories in, that you can get your stories in. Now remember, there are some rules. The only rule is just if anything's like something that's trigger warning, please at least state it up front. And try to censor things or just hint at it. While everything is very real for LGBTQ and we cannot hide these awful truths, we also don't want to trigger some folks. Sometimes even bringing up even these stories can be triggering, so sparing the details can help. But we are going on to the first one. And all of these are anonymous. All these are anonymous. If I know who it is, I will not say. This one is, I didn't realize until I was well into my mid-20s that I was probably bi or pan in my teens. This was because the discussions of legalizing gay marriage became prevalent in the news, and in those years, gay was the classroom insult of choice. I knew I wasn't gay because I liked girls too, so not knowing there were other orientations, I figured my tendency to be touchy and clingy with members of the same sex in my youth was just friendly behavior. Between that ignorance, fear, the social stigma of being called out for showing affection, and all the members of the same sex in my life letting me down or traumatizing me in one way or another, I basically ended up repressing all of that and developing issues against members my own sex. Nowadays, I don't even really bother going out of my way to make friends with other guys as a result. Oh. By the time I put the clues together and realized, oh wait, was I actually totally into dudes back then too? I had essentially turned myself hetero. Oh no, honey. Now that damage has been done, I can't see myself in a relationship with anyone outside the opposite sex. Oh no. But the focus of my identity expression has shifted more in regards to gender. Lately, I've been identifying as demi across the board. Demisexual, demi-romantic, and demi-boy for gender. I'm still identifying as a man, but my current fight has been going against conventional masculinity. Fuck toxic masculinity. Yep, I'm sorry about that. I want to be the kind of person that shows that liking girly colors, being a gentle person, or wanting to wear floral patterns are indicative of being anything other or lesser. I don't like identifying as cis because I feel that goes with the current and I'm trying to push back against it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Even if you feel that you might be cis in the end, there's nothing wrong with that. Because things are definitely a spectrum, and if you know in your gut, in your mind, that it's not that thing, then it's not that thing. If you have some hang-ups on it, then there's probably a reason. The hiccups are really cute, thank you. At least it's those hiccups. The real hiccups, not that these aren't real, but the really big hiccups, traditional ones, oh, those are debilitating. Whew. But, man, I'm so sorry that you had to go through this. That's not uncommon to sit there and sort of force yourself into the box. And then you're kind of stuck in the box and you don't really know what else to do. you don't really know what else, anything else beyond that. And there's nothing wrong with that, because if you're bi or pan, if you're demisexual, demi-romantic, then you know it's still okay and everything. But just remember, you gotta be true to yourself, and that, you know, you have people in your life that love you and support you and will never judge you for that, and can always help you with that. And I hope you know that. The tricky thing about repression is you never really know when you're doing it. It's kind of subconscious. Yeah, you don't really know about it until you go to a therapist, and a good therapist who is going to figure out what the core issue is behind some problems. And once they identify it, it can be something that you can work on. And it's something that I don't think I have any repressed. I'm pretty sure I don't have any repressed stuff. But from what I've seen other people say, I know it's a tough battle, and it can bring up a lot of trauma. So for anyone who's like, you know, having to relive some of that repressed trauma, you are very strong, and you're very strong for opening it back up and letting it heal properly. It did not scab right, so now you gotta break that scab, and you gotta let it heal naturally. You gotta pick out that, you gotta take off that scab, you gotta get rid of that infection, and you gotta let it heal. And it might leave a bruise, it might leave a mark on your skin, but you know what? It shows that you healed. It's just like a little scar. Because we all have little scars. Alright. What's next? So I will say I have some normal tells in this, because it sends you random ones like every day, and I just never got to them. So, hold on. Did that change? Oh, it did. Damn it. Alright, hold on. Hold on. I hate that. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. There we go. I think we found one. When Ursula was dancing in The Little Mermaid, she did a shimmy with her chest, and it opened my gay awakening at 6 years old. I'm not laughing because it's absurd. I'm laughing because that's a really fun way to realize your gay awakening. And guess what? Ursula was based on a drag queen. So you know what? It's fitting. Ursula was based on a drag queen. I don't remember what their name is. But they actually lived in the DMV, and they're buried around here. So I thought about one day going to their grave. If it's, like, not private and, like, you know, the family's not got any issues. Or stuff. Now, if the family's homophobic piece of shit, then fuck them. But that is amazing, and I guess I can lead that can lead into me talking about my gay awakenings, or what should have been my gay awakenings. Shakira should have been a gay awakening for me. Shakira, music video should have been a gay awakening, because I remember, I don't remember what the song is called. It's like her most popular one that came out back in the 90s or the early 2000s. Shakira, her hips really do not lie. No, they do not. Oh my god. Shakira. Oh, damn that woman. What a foxy vixen. God damn. But yeah, I remember as a kid that I saw Shakira's music video on MTV. Why my parents were, well, back then MTV was different from MTV now. There was a lot of music videos. It was music videos, you know. But I remember seeing Shakira's music video, and she was sliding around in the mud. She had like a bikini on, and she's just like sexy dancing and, you know, getting all wet and muddy and everything and looking at the camera. Look, at that, I was too young to have sexual feelings. I didn't know what that was, but I knew damn well that that was very interesting to me, because to this day, I can still think of that music video. That music video has not left my mind. That music video has not left my mind. It is permanently ingrained into what little brain cells I have. I mean, Shakira, like, I feel like Shakira is just like straight women have their Women Crush Wednesdays. I feel like Shakira is like an obvious choice for them to put there. But yeah, what else? What else should have been a gay awakening was me only caring about the female characters in games and movies and, like, you know, and like anime and stuff. When I played, like, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I wanted all the Harpy women and all the Harpy sisters and everything. And yeah, Harpy's brother was kind of hot. Yeah, that was cool. Okay, fine. They're related to the Harpy. But I wanted all the girls. I want Harpy Lady, yes! Oh, she's not the prettiest, but, like, boobs. And at that time, it was not a sexual thing. It was very much I think she's pretty. I was very, very, very interested in their looks. And, you know, I couldn't tell you what it was, but looking back at it, it was the boobs. Yes, boobs are great. Yes, isn't it neat, Ninja? Isn't it? Yes, do. You got it, you got it, you got it. But at that time, I just knew pretty lady. And my Valentine, oh my god, my Valentine, be my Valentine, please. Oh, por favor, mi amor. And I even remember a game I was playing. My mom got so upset that she rented this game. She didn't look at this game at all. She just picked it up off the Blockbuster shelf. And it was kind of like a tabletop game in a way, where you had, like, you know, move your units and stuff with, like, the hexagon placement. But it had, like, these 4 different gods. No, it was not Charlie's Angels. It was like some, like, make-believe gods and stuff. Like, there was 2 good ones and then there's 2 bad ones. And I don't remember, but the girls, like, they had, like, really nothing on. Like, nothing. Why did my mom pick it up? I don't know. I feel like it might have been E-rated, and it shouldn't have been E-rated. Because, like, you know, there was, like, Zanya? No, I don't think so. Hold on just one second. No, I don't want to look up Xenia. I wanted to look up Zanya. I do not know what it was called. But there was, like, a fire dude, and, you know, he had, like, you know, his loin, he had his, like, you know, his pants, and he had his chest out, he had, like, a little thing over him, he's sexy, it was kind of, like, Greco inspired. And then there was a water lady, she was sexy, she pretty much had nothing on besides, like, some gold filigree kind of, like, designs. Whatever. Yeah, it's been a very long time. It was a PlayStation 2 game, and then there was, like, there was another dude who was darkness and another woman, and she had like barely anything on too, and my mom was so upset that she rented that game. So before she took it back, I played the shit out of that. And like, you know, I didn't want to play as the guys, I wanted to play as the girls, especially the one who had like, you know, a gold spiral filigree going like to her nipple. And again, I did not really know why I was interested in that, but I thought that was peak design. I thought that was peak design. And so I should have known that all the hot anime girls and games and everything, that should have been a sign. Base taste. I think it's based. I think it's pretty based. I was interested in some guide characters, but you know what the guide characters I liked? Link. Link is very androgynous. And you know, like, you know, that's on purpose. I couldn't tell you what other guys I liked at that time. I had some husbandos back then, but like that was after, like, you know, like things happening and stuff. The meme that if you like Legolas, you aren't straight. Legolas is okay. Legolas is pretty. I very much like Arwen. Arwen is the looker. Arwen is the looker. Frodo's kind of a cutie too. But like, I'm very much into ladies and then cute boys. I'm not into rugged boys. I'm into cute boys. Or just, you know, boys with really good personalities. I don't know. But moving on, realizing I'm queer has made me feel happier. I may be a straight-facing relationship, but knowing I'm open to love with anyone makes me feel more... Alright, I read that as tree. I read that as tree. I'm sorry. To whoever's that is, I'm sorry, but I read that as tree. And you know what? If it makes you feel more tree, then okay. That could be your kin. I don't know. But I'm glad that it makes you feel more free. And it's actually very good. I don't necessarily understand or know how that feels because it's been like a decade since I've had like a girlfriend. But that is wonderful. Just being able to just, like, you know, not have that on your mind. You know yourself. You're not having to worry about discovering like a part of you. Granted, I'm a prime example of figuring out things later in life that, you know, things can still change. But I feel like at this point, if you're already in relationships and if you've had other ones, then you've been able to figure this out, like, you know, faster than like someone like me. All right. Being gay/queer is loving all of humanity. It doesn't matter who you are, you're loved. Exactly. More of a, like, you know, that's like an omnisexual kind of deal. That sounds very omnisexual. And it's just very, like, you know, I don't care who or what you like are and stuff. I just care about your soul and maybe like what you look like a little bit, but that's not a bad thing. Physical looks are those people have some physical looks that they prefer. But you know, it's really nice just being able to go, I don't care. I like you as a person. That just makes sense to me. That just makes sense to me. That just makes sense to me. We all have our preferences, but to me, it's the person. Like, you can be super hot as fuck. You can have good pussy. You can have a good dick. But, like, you know, at the end of the day, like, I don't care about that. I don't. Alright, let's see what else. Alrighty. Well, let's do this a little bit more. Alright. When I was younger, I loved the idea of relationships, but never knew who I'd want to be with. In high school, I thought I was asexual or aromantic for the longest time. See, at that point, I didn't even know what that stuff was. It took Tumblr to teach me about that. Oh no. And I thought I was a lesbian. Then bi. And now I'm feeling confidently pan. Sexual orientation is fluid and... Oh, we got more. Okay to explore different identities of sexuality. Yeah! Yeah, exactly! When I feel that, honestly, I love the idea of being in a relationship, but I had no idea what I wanted like in a partner, because at that time I was like, guys are okay. Guys are okay. Maybe one day I'll figure out like, my taste in men. And I never, realized my taste for men until now. People dream of like, weddings and stuff. My wedding dreams just had like some sort of blank silhouette. It didn't have anything identifying. I never really had wedding dreams. And if they were, it's just like that. But oh man, going through high school and feeling that confused. Oh, I'm so sorry. Especially because around that time, probably, asexual and aromantic was kind of villainized. Or it wasn't treated as valid. Asexuals used to be regarded as people who just haven't had a good lay. Or people who just, are like, not frugal, what's the word? Prissy, or something like that. I don't really, prude. And that's not it. That's not it. It's a biological thing. You're just not into sex. You're just not into that kind of deal. Not everybody's into it. And aromantics definitely got the the sharp end of the sword. Like, if you're aromantic, okay, someone could like fix you, quote unquote. But if you're aromantic, people didn't almost want to fix you because you might have been a challenge for them, but like you also were somebody unlovable almost to society. Anyone who said they were aromantic, people kind of looked down on them and were like, well, there's probably a reason why. And that's awful. But yes, sexual orientation is very, very, very fluid. It is as fluid as this fucking water. Even though it's contained in the water bottle, it's got no walls, it's got no ends, it's going everywhere. It's like air. It's like the air that you breathe. It's the air that we all breathe, that the straights, like, don't tell the straights, but they're breathing in gay air. They're breathing in gay air. Oh my god. Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that. But yeah. But that also not gay air. Look, if they knew that gay air was in the air, oh my god, they would be turning the freaking frogs gay. We'd be hearing even more about frogs. We'd be hearing even more about the homosexual frogs. They wouldn't have to worry about school anymore. They would have to wear, well, that's a way to get them to wear the mask. Pandemic in the air? I ain't wearing a mask. My freedom. Gayness in the air? Oh gosh, Timmy, get your mask on. We gotta get you a $200 mask. You had a terrible thought, but you'll keep it to yourself. As long as it's not like, super, super triggering and everything, I mean, you're fine. This is a very safe space. It's not what's in the air, it's what's in the water. And I think I'm making everybody gay with these dance moves. Look, Tuna, I saw all the emotes and I was about to bonk your ass for like being nutty in the chat in this kind of stream, but look at you. Alright, you made it relevant. Okay, you go on with your fine self. You shake that ass. Damn, that's so good. Making me feel some rainbowness over here. God damn, shake it. But hi, Tuna. How you doing? How you doing? I think you'll find me at the local Queen Bar shaking it for all them people out there. God damn, I need to find one. I need to find one. Man, that's gonna be my mission this weekend, maybe. Maybe I can find a Queen Bar that I can, like, look up later and stuff. Because I don't think I'll have time to go for one this weekend, but whew, why do I have a needle on my desk? Oh, that's not safe. I have a sewing needle on my desk. Probably from, like, you know, taking care of Dandy. I still have yet to go into the drag queen bar. I believe in you. Bring a friend. Or go on a certain night. Oh my gosh. Tuna, look what you started. Tuna, look what you started. You started the gay bar. You started the gay bar in my chat. God damn. Damn it. Oh boy. Alright, so I think I want to touch on something else before I get to the really nice Beauty on Ice one that I see there. And you know what, I do it again. Yeah, you party animal. You absolutely party fish. You funny. So, I think this is a good time for me to talk about coming out. Not fun? It was not planned. It was entirely, let's just say, I didn't get to come out of the closet. I was sort of baited to come out of the closet. I was kind of dragged and baited around. I was Amaterasu in the cave, and everybody else who was so gosh darn nosy and stuff tricked me into coming out and made things seem okay, and then I came out to them on total accident without thinking, and you were basically starving for air to come out of the closet. I mean, the cishet life was, like, you know, stagnating. That air was stagnating. There ain't no, you couldn't breathe. No. You couldn't breathe, but I did come out to, like, you know, my friends first, and, you know, these friends were including, like, the people that, like, was teaching me things, and, like, you know, I could talk to about stuff, like, you know, yaoi and shit. That's what we call fermenting and sealing the God! Alright. So, who did alright, so other than my friends, I told my sister, or, well, I spelt it out to her. We were preparing to go somewhere the next day. You know, she was taking care of her stuff, I was taking care of my stuff, and she was persistent in asking me who I had a crush on, because I let it slip that I had a crush on somebody, and that's how gay bacon strips were made, the gay flavor. Oh my gosh, Tuna, chill your grill. Let me be serious. But she was very persistent in trying to figure out who this crush was, especially because I was stupid and I let her know that she had met them before. So she's guessing all the guys in our lives that she's known and I have known, and she's very confused because there's not that many guys. No, I'm not stupid. Back then, Holly just didn't have a filter, though. Holly didn't have a filter back then. I just kind of said anything and everything. And I also probably had, like, you know, a hankering to tell it, so that probably came out. I had to be 16, 17, maybe 16 or so. But, I really could not even say it. I could not say this girl's name. So I took some jewelry chains and I spelled their name in, like, necklace chains. And my sister called me disgusting. Now, granted, she is not like that anymore. She's like one of my biggest supporters. Like, I don't want to see no hate from my sister. She had like her problems, but like she's now like one of my biggest allies. But big reaction from her. She was probably like 13 or so. 13, 14 years old. So she was young too. But a lot younger. And I didn't know it at the time. I legitimately thought that she kept it to herself. And then we went about, like, you know, our lives. She told my parents. But I didn't know about that. I didn't know that she had told my parents. And for the longest time, I thought that, like, you know, my secret was safe. I thought me having a crush on my friend and being bi was a secret. And it's crazy. Yeah, Twyla, it's just very crazy. I just don't get people. But what was it? I remember exactly. We were picking up a relative from the airport. And for some reason, we had gotten on to the topic of gay weddings and being a guest at a gay wedding. And I was just sort of grilling my dad, like, what if somebody from work, like, you know, invited you to their wedding and they were gay? And he was very adamant about, like, you know, saying no and stuff and everything. And I was very adamant on trying to get him to figure out, like, oh, going to a gay wedding is gonna be nice. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. But he got kind of charged, and he was like, why do you care so much about me going to a gay wedding? And I said, because I am bisexual. I'm like, because I'm bi. And we were stuck in traffic, and, like, you know, that DMV traffic, it'd be crazy. Hi, Soph, how are you? Hi, how are you? You come at a very interesting time. To hate, yes, but also that hate comes from fear, which they don't understand. Yeah, people should just, you know, maybe learn about stuff, and maybe they can figure out better opinions. Like some more opinions that are not, like, you know, based on just, well, then my family taught me this, and my family taught me that, and this is what society said, and this is what this book said. Just listen to people. Hi. Tired, I basically vented. Oh no. Yeah, that's very tiring. I hope you feel better soon, honey. There was a lot of silence right after I came out, and the first thing my dad said after that, he just continued to look on the road, and he's like, I love you. I still love you, even though that's wrong and stuff, and we didn't touch on the subject again after a while. I explained to him that, well, no, he did ask, he's like, you're not bi, you just never dated a guy before. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. And I'm like, no, it's not that. I'm like, it's not that. I have a crush on so-and-so. And he's like, it's just a phase. You'll get over it. I was like, I'm not. I've been thinking about this for a while now, Dad. And it never came up again because, you know, we picked up the relative and we had to bring him right home. But, you know, he told my mom when he came home. And at that time, again, they had already known from my sister telling them. But he told her, and I think I remember asking him, did you tell Mom? He's like, of course I told Mom. Like, damn, okay. That was a nightmare. I never technically came out. I came out once, but took it back. I would have gotten beaten up. Oh, no. Oh, honey, yeah, no. If you are not in a space that is not safe for you, or you have no backup, like, deal, or no place to go afterwards, you don't have any way to protect yourself, you don't have another place to stay, if you don't have a way to secure funds and everything, don't do it. If you can now, then that's great. And technically, you don't have to make it a big deal. You don't have to go, yay, and open up the door real wide. You don't have to do that. You can just go, oh, I figured out something on myself, and you can just leave it at that. You're stuck with family, yeah. I'm really sorry. Your family's the people you are supposed to trust with that, but it's not always the case. Definitely the case with my family, because my mom took it really hard. We didn't talk about it for weeks, maybe a month after, like, the relative left. Definitely was not talking about it while he was here. But it came up in a conversation. I don't know. It was a normal conversation, and then it got to that, and she's talking about how she can't see me as a lesbian. She cannot see me as those, and thinking of me as a lesbian made her want to puke. Me being a lesbian, the idea of me being a lesbian made her want to puke. Because at that time, when she thought lesbian, she was thinking the very sexual things. Mind you, I might have been 16 at this time, but I was still pretty dang naive. I was pretty much very naive, especially compared to now. I mean, yeah, I was sneaking porn at that time, and I was reading Death Note gay fanfics, but, like, I was still young, very impressionable. I didn't really, all I knew is that was a thing with lesbians, that lesbians were known for porn. And man, that hit me. That she automatically thought that, like, I'm some sexual harlot or something. And I'm just gonna say this, lesbians in porn are not harlots. They're sexy beings, and they can do whatever the fuck they want as long as it's consensual and shit. Get that money, honey. I just hope you get a good gasm out of it, damn. But yeah, she did not want to talk about me being a lesbian. She did not want to talk about that. She did not even want to be reminded. She did not want to be reminded at all. So me being gay was not talked about. The only time me being gay was talked about was when I got forced to go to church and, like, Sunday mornings and stuff. Painful. Very painful. I'm not shitting on the church. I mean, I love to shit on the church. But, at that time, Holly did not want to get up in the mornings to go put on a skirt or nice pants and a blouse and whatnot, and to smile and nod and sing Kumbaya about Jesus. Oh, Pim, thank you. Mwah. Thank you. I was kind of nervous about doing this stream because I'm not very good at just chattings. But this is very nice. This is very nice, and it's healing. I think it's healing. It seems like a good stream so far. Thank you. Thank you, guys. You submitted a few anon. All right. I have to reload it anyway. And remember, they're all Anon. I won't tell you which is me, though. Oh, you probably already did them. All right. But it's good. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your story. Where was I again? Yeah, basically, Mom didn't want to... Even my dad, my dad has always been a little better at things, just because he's not an academic, but he at least thinks more. He's a thinker more than an emotional person. You know, very, you know, guy, stereotypical man, like, does not think with emotions. Whereas my mom is very emotional, like me. Automod, yes, please. Trans is an okay term. Gosh. Automod, thank you for being very, like, you know, on the ball with trying to protect people. But trans is an okay term. It's learning. The Automod is learning. We cannot hate it. They're trying. They're like a very, very enthusiastic ally. It learns slowly, yeah. It'll learn. But, yeah. Me being gay was not talked about other than when I was trying to, like, you know, getting up in the morning, going to church and everything. And also when I was trying to be able to go to GSA club at school, which I really wanted to go to, because, like, obviously, my house was not a good place to be gay at. My house was a horrible place to be gay in. Or anything beyond the societal norm, honestly. And so I was really wanting to find people who were like me. I wanted to find some friends, because I didn't really have much friends to begin with at that time. I wanted to feel safe. But I was not allowed, because even though there was a school bus that would have taken me back home afterwards, them allowing me to go was condoning it. They didn't even have to talk about it with me. They didn't have to pick me up. They didn't have to do nothing. We weren't going on no field trips, so there wasn't no permission slip signings and anything. And obviously with GSA, you don't necessarily want to involve parents too much unless it's safe for them. But I was not allowed to go to GSA. I went to GSA still. I got to go to a few meetings, actually. I secretly went to them. I joined a prom model thing, and it just so happened that it was on the same day as GSA, so after model stuff was done, I went over to GSA, and, you know, I had a good time there. One or two times I was able to go in. Very naive still at the time, I remind you, but I felt very nice, and I was very happy. I will say that my parents did let me go to the candle vigil that they had. If you don't know what a candle vigil is, it is when at, you know, sundown, you hold candles or lighters, and you mourn for folks. You talk about, like, you know, the people who have passed. You talk about, like, you know, the things that have been going on. It's just kind of like, you know, it's a vigil. And I was able to go to that, and I loved it. It was great. The ending was shit, because my parents were literally, they came early, and they were desperate to get me in the car, despite the fact that it was not over. And by the time I got in the car, they're like, "Wait, you should have gotten the car earlier." I'm like, "It was still going." She's like, "Well, your sister needed to go potty." It's like, why did you leave the house so early then? Whatever, bro. Whatever. They were upset. They didn't like having to pick me up. Whatever. But ever since then, it's been sort of a slow process. They've come to terms with it, I think. They're not in denial that it's a thing now. They're not in denial. Like, it's kind of hard to be in denial, honestly. after 10 years or more, I guess 15 years or so, you can't be in denial anymore. Obviously, I am way too gay for them to be in denial. Now, me coming out as pan and non-binary earlier this year, we're working on that. They don't care about the pan part. They don't really understand. They just know, okay, Holly still likes girls, but okay, there's like 1 or 2 guys that she likes, whatever. We know she likes that Vtuber, whatever. We're working on the pronouns thing. That one's, that's a very touchy subject. But I think let's go on to more. Alright, let's get to that Yuri on Ice one. I watched Yuri on Ice and absolutely loved it, as you should. It's good shit. Then I realized that I didn't just like the skaters. I wanted to have their bodies. 5 years and 2 surgeries later, I'm a lot closer to the body I want and proudly transmit. Gonna be happy reading the Yuri on Ice one, but this one makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. Whoever you are, I'm so proud of you. That's so good. I'm glad I kept my tissues from last night. Oh, that's so wonderful. And they say yaoi and gay and BL and everything has no positive impact on people. I don't think so. It's not just for the gays. It's not just for boys who love boys. It has profound effects. And this is why. Oh my gosh. This Fujo is so damn proud of you. Gosh. And you got the surgeries. Surgery does not make anything valid. You can do things and not have surgery and you're still valid, but you even got the surgery? Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you, honey. That's very brave. Gosh, but it's been 5 years. Oh my god. It's been 5 years. Yeah, Yuri on Ice is very good. If you have not seen Yuri on Ice, I wanted to watch along for this month, but I didn't have time or the energy. One day we'll have a watch along. But Yuri on Ice is a very, very good piece of media to watch if you are LGBTQ for gender identity and sexuality. Because, like, there's not any, like, you know, gender talking too much and stuff, but presentation and gender, like, you know, it is talked about a bit. I know, whatever, phone, shut up. It is talked about a little bit, like, you know, Yuri wanting to dance more like a woman. It's not seen as something to laugh about. It's taken very seriously. There's no, like, moment where he's wanting to dance like a woman. He literally just went into his dance, with his dance teacher and said, please teach me how to dance more like a woman, like you would in ballet. And that was that. That was it. He wanted to be a sexy, like, the seductress. He wanted to be a seductress on ice. He wanted to put that out there, and that was not made fun of at all. It was nothing at all. It was, yeah, it was good. Alrighty. Next! Oh, that's not the right window. I don't think people understand, I think people don't understand how important it is that we get to have control over our own narratives. I came out as bi to my mom, but I wasn't quite ready to do so to my dad yet. Find out months later that my mom had told him instead. I will never get to have that back. To have the chance to actually talk directly to him and be able to help him understand this part of myself. I feel like I lost a part of my story to someone even well-intentioned outing me against my will. I just want people to know how much they can harm us. Yeah, it's crazy. You come out once to somebody, and that person might think that means that you're okay with everybody knowing. That's not exactly the truth. You can feel safe or somewhat safe telling one person, but you might not feel safe telling this person, and you might not feel safe with, how many people know, because one wrong person can lead to everybody knowing. My gay uncle outed me to the rest of the family. Damn it, Uncle! Damn it, Uncle Twyla! Twyla Uncle, why would you do that? Come on. I hope he had, some, not negative, energy going with that. I hope it was something that he thought would be okay and not, ill intentions. I'm really sorry, Twyla. That's scummy. Nope, just the fam. Oh! That's the worst. That's the worst. I'm sorry. You are nobody's point of gossip. Golly. God damn. Damn it. Did you hear? Twyla's gay. Yes, Grandma, I know. Now pass the tea. Pass the actual tea, Grandma. Tell me what the neighbors have been doing. Tell me the neighbors, they're the bastard. That's tea. That's gossip. I got my coming out story in here for my parents. They went to him in confusion. Oh my God. They're like, hey, you're the gay that we know. Explain. Explain, gay. Explain. Oh, I am so sorry. That makes me upsetty spaghetti. My parents did this. I already said that my sister did it, but my parents did this. They told people in their church, the same people that I was going to church with. They were telling the pastor, and they were telling their friends in the church. They were telling them not to tell. But they were telling, the pastor, because they wanted, some prayer and guidance. Look, if you wanted prayer and guidance, then you could have, talked to, maybe one person and, not talk to me tell me and stuff. But they told a few people, and I learned that literally at the fucking Red Robin. They mentioned something about so-and-so knowing it. I'm like, how do they know it? I never told them. They're like, well, we told them. I'm like, why? The audacity. The audacity that they would out me like that. I got so upset. I literally was like, move. I was on the very end. I was on the inside of the booth. I'm like, Dad, move. I'm going to the car. Give me the keys. I'm upset with you. I don't know if I even finished my meal. I sat in that car and I cried. I was so mad. And it didn't get resolved. They didn't apologize. They never wanted to hear my side of the story. They never wanted to hear that, they didn't want to hear that, no, I did not let you tell people like that. It's just, God. And this one's kind of funny in a way, and it's actually very recent in the past year or so, but, I had a coworker, and she was like, nothing would stay in her mind. She had loose lips, and it wasn't out of ill or spite. She had some undiagnosed ADHD. She had diagnosed ADHD, but she needed some treatment. Oh my God. She probably had some autism too, honestly, when I think about it. I mean, her son had autism, so probably came from somewhere. Wait, you didn't want the clucks and fries? Look, I had already gotten my food. I actually remember what I ate. I ate a French dip that night. I don't know if I finished it or not because I was so upset, you know, being fucking outed. But, like, you know, this coworker, she, like, told one of the other coworkers that, like, you know, I was gay. Of course, amongst the fact that I was a super big anime nerd and everything like that. She's like, oh yeah, she's a big, like, you know, anime nerd with, like, you know, gay anime nerd and stuff and everything like that. Like, girl. She even outed that I was a streamer. She outed that I was a streamer and this was my second job. And in the same sentence, she said they're like, well, I'm not even supposed to, like, tell you, like, you know, like, what else she does. And I'm just like, I can't tell you nothing. Thankfully, the two other co-workers that she told, they're also streamers. So, like, you know, they might be streaming now. I don't know. Yeah, girl, she's crazy. She was crazy. She was very loving. She just had very loose lips. And that's gonna sink some ships. I know it. Oh my gosh. But that leads me to something else regarding to me coming out. So for the longest time, I was not allowed to come out to anybody else in the family. My aunt figured out because for some reason she wanted to be Facebook friends with me. I said yes. She never commented or liked any of my posts before in like the months that she had been my friend on Facebook. But the one post I mentioned being gay, I'm disappointed in you, Holly. Bitch! That's when you decide to post a comment? Bitch! I'm somewhat okay with this aunt now. I'm somewhat okay because she's very chill, she's very lax, and like, you know, she's liked my pride stuff nowadays. But like, she still don't condone it, but I am still so mad at that. Speak, Holly, speak. I am speaking. That is the best thing I know how to do. The best thing I know how to do is to talk. I know how to talk your ears off. Fucking shit, man. I'm gonna talk. And you know what? So, other than her, I was not allowed to tell anybody else in the family. So, my aunt and my cousins knew. Because of course she told her kids. But I was not allowed to tell the grandparents. I was not allowed to tell the grandparents because it would break their little hearts. Quote unquote. It would break their hearts. Very religious, especially one side of them was very religious. Very, very religious and stuff. But when was it? It was a couple years after I graduated high school. My grandparents were showing, like, you know, signs of, like, you know, their age. And I think that's when my parents, they came to me and they're like, okay, we will let you, you know, let the grandparents and the rest of the family know that you are gay. And I was like, okay, cool. Very nervous, but cool. But there was a caveat. I was not allowed to do it. I was not allowed to come out on my own. It had to be them. I was not allowed to tell my grandparents at all. It would have been my parents. And I said yes. I mean, I was upset about it, but like after a while, I finally told them, fine, do it. Fine, I just need them to know. So, you know, they arranged for me to stay at one grandparent's house, chill out. They would go to the other grandparent's house and tell them. And, you know, then vice versa. And it made it very, very weird. It made it very weird. I would go back over to the other grandparents' house, like, you know, when I was done visiting the other grandparents. And immediately they'd be like, oh, we still love you and everything. We don't condone it. It's a phase and everything, but we love you still. And it's like, oh yeah, they told them. So I have no idea what they told him. I have no idea if I asked, and I'm pretty sure I don't have any idea what they told him exactly. Like, if I had been able to tell my story, I would have told them, like, you know, my feelings and, like, you know, the rationale behind it. That's something my parents do not and will never understand. They will never understand that because they are straight. They are straight. They would never understand. And yeah, I was not allowed to come out to my grandparents or the rest of the other family. I will say though, it came with a couple funny stories. It came with a few funny stories. My uncle is usually with one group, the one side of the family. I get my autism from this uncle. I am very much like this uncle. It's my dad's brother. So I'm very much like my uncle on my dad's side. And so he was like, hey, I need you to pause, like, you know, the TV. And actually, remember, it was FIFA year. It was a year for FIFA. And I got my uniform and everything for Netherlands and everything. It was FIFA day. And there was a soccer match. He's like, hey, we need to tell you, Holly's gay. Or, I'm sure they said it a different way. My uncle literally was like, okay, can I turn this game back on now? That is, like, I could hear it in his voice. It is such the most autistic thing I could hear I've ever heard him, like, say, or heard of him knowing what he said. I can just imagine my dad's like, oh, okay, play the game. I don't care about that. I only care about soccer. Exactly. Hello, Beatner. Hello. Good evening. How are you? We're rounding out LGBTQ month with gay stories and confessions and bullshit. Oh, so much bullshit. And then the other story is that as I was going to bed, I was sleeping on the couch. Grandma comes in and she's like, you know, trying to talk to me before I go to bed and stuff, just saying goodnight, love you, all that whatnot. She starts talking to me about, like, you know, how she learned that I was gay. And she told me, well, you're better looking. You've always been better looking than your sister. I'm like, what? Why are you telling me this? I don't know what that meant. Maybe she's trying to, like, tell me that maybe guys would be interested in me. I don't know. But then she also told me that, I have gay relatives. I have someone who's actually gay. I have a lesbian in my family. I have not met them yet. Oh no. Oh, she praises not on this. I'm so sorry, Kendra. I'm so sorry. I will figure out how to give you back the points. I have yet to figure that out. Unless there's a mod in this chat and that knows how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I'm sorry. I turned off a lot of stuff and then went, I can keep a few things just to, like, you know, keep the positivity going. But I didn't realize that I was gonna go use this room. But she told me, you know, there was more, and I was like, why didn't nobody, like, mention them? I've never really heard of this person. And they're like, well, we didn't want to say anything. She's like, oh, well, we don't want to, like, you know, like, talk to them much and everything. And I'm just like, I see. Me being the first grandchild for them was a miracle because, well, they didn't want to necessarily talk about or reveal anything about the other gay in the family, so wow, okay. I guess one day, or to somebody else in the family, I am probably that person to them. Like, we have a gay on the family, but we don't really talk about them much. That's probably me to some other person in the family, which is very nice. I hope they have a very good description of me. I hope they tell them that I am fucking amazing, and they tell, well, I guess they wouldn't say that. I hope that they tell them I'm super gay and that they can never come near me, otherwise they will turn gay themselves. I hope they tell them that. Because it won't be true, but like, I am super gay, and I hope that's how I come across to them. If they're gonna hate me, if they're gonna fear me, then like, okay, I will be the big gay villain. They'll catch the gay. Honey, you know, at this point, I wonder, if someone told me that, I'd be like, I come out your coochie. Who did I get the gay from? Who did I get the gay from then? Of course, they won't believe that because gay is not a thing, it's a choice. No, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit, no, it's not. I learned it watching you. I learned it from watching you. No, my parents are prudes. You can't even say the word vagina in front of them. In a very biological, like, non-sussy sense. But yeah, that's my comings out. That's my coming out story, I guess. Oh my god. Yeah, damn. Alright. We are coming up to the last ones. We're coming up on the very end. I gotta fix these. Oh, no, that's wrong. You got these. I keep pressing the wrong button. I knew I was queer from a young age, but didn't have the words to express it and was confused for a long time. I remember asking my mom one night if she still loved me if I liked girls. I was probably 13, but I also knew I couldn't be gay because I liked boys. It took a long time to accept and figure out. Been 2 years now as an out and proud bisexual. Good job, good job. Your mom's opinion don't matter. It don't matter. It can be a thing that you would want to matter, but in the end, it don't matter because you're still gonna be gay, or bi, or pan, or trans. You're still gonna be you, no matter what anybody else's opinion is. And that's a fact. But yeah, words are very hard. I think that's why a lot of people back, like, you know, people my age, I'm gonna say our age because I'm going to assume that you guys are at least 5 years age range. 5 years difference age range, maybe max, maybe 7 to 8, maybe 10 at the maximum. I'm hoping I'm gay praying. But people like, you know, my age, our age, it was not something that we had words to talk about with. And the only way that we could have words is if, like, you know, we were in communities that, you know, would teach you that. Like, if you had family that was good, or if you had family that was bad and we're telling you and we're, like, so focused on it that you had the terminology. Or even being in the nerd community or the furry community, like, those were topics. Definitely not something that kids learned. Definitely not something that kids learned readily. They could not easily learn that. So kids being able to know the words and the terminology to express themselves and figure out, like, their inner thoughts. There's not more gay people in the world because it's like us, like, sharing an agenda or infecting people or forcing people and stuff. People are just having the words to, you know, figure out for themselves. There are a plethora of people out there, in the history that had no language for this, and they were gay, but you would think they're straight. We are just now like, it's like with sickness. Everyone's like, oh, there's more people with ADHD and autism these days. Well, there's more ways to learn about it. There's more research about it. We're talking about it now in public and not like, putting it off to a shame corner. People are able to talk about it, people are able to learn about it, and people are able to think and process things. So, and that also works with gay and, everything else on the LGBTQ spectrum. So, having the words, this is why having it in your schools is importante. If you teach the kids, like, bare minimum, just bare minimum. I'm not asking you to teach them about how gays have sex. I'm telling you, you have to remember to let people know that this is a normal thing and that they exist. That way, if Timmy hears about it at 5 and hears about it here and there throughout his life, maybe by 10, 13 years old or so, when he's got more ability to process some of those kind of thoughts, maybe he can figure out himself. Maybe Timmy is gay. Maybe Timmy is straight. But maybe Timmy also has, like, some other feelings for stuff. Maybe Timmy has, like, some kind of differences with gender expression. Maybe he's a kind of metrosexual. Maybe he can figure out that, okay, liking feminine stuff does not make me gay. That explains, it can help the gays and it can help the straights. It can help the straights figure out if they're gay or they're just into certain things. And it can help people figure out that, like, they are not wrong and they're not crazy. They're just gay. They're just a little guy. And a little gay, nothing wrong with a little gay. Yes. Alright, we got one more. This one's actually kind of sad. Just warning you. I keep pressing the fucking wrong button. I'm gonna do this actually. Just because it's pretty damn. Came out to my parents while my brother was in the hospital. They thought his ace friend, ace mean like asexual, no sex, was his gay lover and that it was sus. If you're ace, you're not even having sex, so like... I explained what ace was to them, and they asked if I was, and when I said no, they asked, what are you? Well, that's a lovely way to ask your child that. And that's how they found out I was pan while my brother was in a near diabetic coma. And this, children, is an example of when not to ask your kids that. That is a prime example of when you do not interrogate your child like that. You do not worry about one child and a hospital bed and then interrogate the other. Like, okay, you might be losing one child. Maybe you might be losing this child in a metaphorical sense maybe one day. God damn. I'm so sorry that you had to deal with that. Not only were you dealing with having to come out and not, like, have that planned and having to actually explain other stuff to them, because nothing's worse than trying to teach people who don't want to be taught. Nothing is worse than having to be the teacher. I like being the teacher, but not everybody wants to be the teacher, or can be the teacher. But also, you're worrying about your brother. You were worried about your brother. Like, that's a little more important than your dating preferences. Mom, Dad, I might tell you later on my dating preferences, but for now, can we please focus on Nissan? Can we please focus on Nissan? I say that, it sounds like a joke when I say that, but like, it's, seriously. Seriously, come on. Focus on the Nissan. Not Nissan, Nissan. Focus on the brother. It reminds me of how I had to come out to my dad. Under pressure, not exactly sure how things are working in that conversation. Things are just, the wheels keep going and going, and it's a bus that's getting out of control. And you're trying to just slam the brakes. You're trying to stop it. It's horrible, and I'm very, very sorry that you had to go through that. That is not acceptable, and I hope that they have learned a lesson. I hope that your brother has done better. Golan, you just heard me drink. Fine, I'll drink another bit. Proof that I am drinking. I am drinking. I'm drinking. I can't zoom in right now, but if I could zoom in right now, I'd just be like staring deadpan at you right now, bitch. That's for the sass, okay? I'm not excused. I don't excuse myself. I don't have to excuse myself. But that's the last of them, guys. That's the last of them. Okay, we didn't even do 2 hours. Okay, damn. Fun fact, I chose this music playlist from Lo-Fi Girl because it was like 2 hours or something, and I told myself, okay, if this playlist ends up stopping, that means the stream has gone on too long. But that's a pretty good way to end it. Oh, well, let me double check to see if there have been anything added. Nope. Alright. Not bad at all. I got a lot more than I thought. I'm glad I extended it because I got a lot more after I extended it. I should give out bigger deadlines for stuff. That was very humbling and was very healing. Not only for, I'm sure, people who were sending stories and like being able to just talk about it and be heard and validated and accepted, but it was really healing for me too, because I don't really get to talk about that too much. People pretty much already know those stories, and it's not like I can tell my family. It's not like I can tell my family. They're pretty much part of the stories. It was really good though. I'm very happy that I did this. And I want to do more of this. Maybe not super serious and possible sad. I want to do more of these, like, you know, input streams. I want people to be able to, like, you know, share themselves. I want people to, like, you know, show the world their stories. And I just want to be a helpful force in the world. That's part of the reason why I became a VTuber. I want, you know, to be a good force in the world. I want to put good energy out, and I want to help others, you know, put good energy out too. And expel some of that negative energy. My story is simple, but I'm just here Oh, Tuna. Oh, Tuna, never change. You're out here shaking your thug shaker, and you're just making people happy. Yeah. Oh, I just made myself dizzy there for a second. You're so silly. You're so silly. It makes me want to get a little dancey packa. So maybe instead of other people's dancies, you'll use my dancing. Yeah. You know what? I think you guys deserve to see something. It's the end of Pride Month. I think you guys deserve to see something. Let me pull it out. Yes, and I just got myself a new dancing. Shake, 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 shake. Yeah. I think you guys deserve something. What is it? It's in there. It's in emotes. Alright. Let me do this so I don't have to, like... Let me do it so they don't all just pop up on the screen. I hate when that happens. I'm just like, no. Some of them people might have seen. Just give me a moment. You can dance. Yeah, you got some. Yeah, you got your own dances. Get them up there, girl. All right, we got that one up. We've got this. Oh, dee-dee-dum. Oh no. What was that? Actually. Oh no, what was that? I'll be balling to pack. I have a packet down on all fours and throwing it back with a fluffy tail. Look, it's something I want to do now that you have talked. Now that you're talking about it. There's that. Oh, come back here. I wish I could upload multiple. I'm pretty sure you can. Let me try and see if I can. Probably not. No, I cannot. Fuck you. Alright, I'll release them one at a time. Ta-da! That one people might know. Let me get this one down, and then I will reveal the other one. And ta-da! Let me get the other one down, and we'll reveal the next. I don't know which one I did. Which one is... I don't know which one is which. Alright. That's it. Reveal this one. Let's put out the next. These are all very special, and I've had them for a few months. I just never knew when the time to put them out. Oh, I didn't scale that one. There's this one. The head pats. So far we got a heart, we got your hee, we've got our crying, we got our head pats. What else do we have? Holly. And then we have this one. This one is the cheering emote. This is our cheering emote. Why is it red? Why do you think it's red? I'm gonna probably ask the artist to get some multiples. I'm probably gonna ask the artist to make multiples or see if they can animate it, because I really like this one a lot. And then the next one has a few special deals. The next one has the last one. Yeah, animate would be good. I had to hope that the artist still has the files. The next one has a few alternates. But I guess I will put the one with all the options on it up. And here is it. Here they are. You don't get a bonk hammer, you get the Yowie paddle. You get the Yowie paddle. And these are our new emotes. Hey, Yowie paddle, please come here. Oh, it's... Yeah, we got new emotes. I will have the regular emotes that you got now. Those will be free, I believe, or I might keep them. I'll keep them as, like, you know, stuff that you can use in the sub now. But once all of these are done, there's gonna be more. Once all these are done, the ones that I've made are gonna be free. And then my plans is to have different artists make different emotes. So maybe once every month or so, I will get an artist for here, and then maybe a few months after, I will get another one. I just want to showcase a lot of artists, you know? But these are our emotes. I didn't want to wait till the debut, because that's going to be a long time from now. I am broke. But we got our heart classic. I've been using that one as an icon. I've been using it as a Fugi at times. We got the typical. We got our Sage. We got our Scritchies. We've got our Oshinoi kind of deal. We got our cheer. And I definitely wanted the headband on there. I wanted that otaku, like, headband. And then we have the yaoi paddle. I'm probably gonna get a bonk too down the road. Not sure, but the yaoi paddle was a must. The yaoi paddle was a must. I have not seen anyone with a yaoi paddle emote. I might be the first one. And I will gladly take that title. But these are our new emotes. I'm going to put them in. To Twitch tonight. I'm wondering if Twitch will allow that really blushy one. That might be a Discord thing only. But on that note, the Discord is almost done. I'm going to ask others to, like, you know, test it for me. I'm gonna add some rules and stuff. And, you know, other things. I just want to make sure that it's safe and it's functional for you guys to, you know, to join. I don't want, like, you know, people to join and then, like, it need a lot of work and it be not safe for folks. If I was gonna get a bunk redeem, it would be bunking people with a C mine? Or with your butt? Are you bunking with your butt? Golly. But yeah. Our emotes. C mine. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, you could have it, like, you know, flail out. You could make that a double emote. You could make that a double emote. You could have the ball and chain on one emote, and you could have the rest of the chain and you on the other one. Those are really cool. I actually like those kind of emotes. But I'm glad that you guys like these. I'm glad that you like them. I really adore them a lot. And I'm happy that I'm finally sharing them with you. And thank you guys for being awesome this Pride Month. Pride Month is not ending until until tomorrow night at, you know, midnight, but Pride is every day. Pride Month is just this month, you know? And that also means that the Paca Pride, hold on, is this still here? Yeah, but I have it somewhere. Yeah. Paca Pride is still going on. You got one more day. I might make it, like, you know, people can leave it for a week. And you guys still need to craft a tweet. So while I have you guys here, we need to craft a tweet. And if someone donates $25, we'll get a voice tweet too. Not pushing anybody, but I'm just saying, we're $25 away from the voice tweet. I need you guys to craft a tweet. The only rule is that you gotta give me a really good reason if you really want me to @ you know who. Or anybody, like, big. You know, You gotta give me a really good reason. So I need a tweet. It doesn't have to be, I might just open it up in a... Shut the fuck up, dude. Man! I might actually make it just a tweet. I made it a tweet before, but I didn't really put any kind of, like, emphasis on it. But I can put up a tweet, and people can vote. Twyla, you were... Look, I can't post that emo and that be a tweet. I need an actual tweet. Tuna, if you could come up with a booty twerking related tweet, then there you go. Twyla, if you could come up with one, there you go too. If anybody could come up with anything, come at me. Embarrass me. You're not gonna embarrass me, but I want you to try. I don't get embarrassed much. Oh no, I did receive a gift booty shaking. Hang on, oh my god. That's not a real tweet! You're really gonna waste this on a... You could make me say anything you want and you're gonna make me booty shake gif? You're so silly. Typical Tuna. Typical Tuna. The T in Tuna stands for typical. You're silly. But I guess while I'm still here, I just wanted to, talk about how I'm not going to be here this weekend. I've already stated on Twitter that the Jeopardy that was supposed to be for tomorrow night, it is getting postponed to a later date. We're trying to figure that out still. Everyone's got different schedules. We're all so busy. We're busy. But the reason why is because I'm a dum-dum and I forgot that I'm going on a cute date tomorrow and stuff. I get to hang out with an angel and a ghost. I get to hang out with an angel and a ghost for the weekend, So, I'm gonna go hang out with them. I'm gonna enjoy myself because I don't ever get this kind of opportunity. I legit, I haven't been with an actual physical friend since February. It's been since Katsucon that I've been able to hug. I've hugged my sister before. Tuna, it'd have to be a really good tweet and a very you'd have to really do something for me to actually send it to Vox, especially when he is going on a trip for a week. The man's not really gonna be on Twitter too much. And he's also a stressed boy. He's just a stressed boy. Yeah, he's going on a trip for a week. As if he's not gonna, be online. He's, you can't get that man off his phone. I'm sorry. Maybe when he gets on the plane, they'll do it. But I'll come up with a tweet and you guys can vote on, what you want me to tweet and everything. But yeah. I'm gonna go see an angel and a ghost tomorrow, and I'm gonna have physical contact with another being. Oh my god. And then I'm gonna grab him now so I don't forget. I'm gonna grab this guy too. Or, I'm just gonna focus on me puppet. I'm gonna take me puppet with me. I'm sorry, Pam. He's coming with me. I like to take photos. He likes to travel. But I'm gonna hang out with an angel and a ghost. We're gonna eat foods. We're gonna drink. We're gonna hang out, go see stuff, and I'm gonna take pictures of me puppet and everything. Are you both going to touch grass? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna avoid grass. There's a lot of pavement. I avoid the grass. I avoid grass. But I love you too, Tuna. And with that, said and done, we need to find somebody to raid. Oh, Euro, literally, I am about to raid now, but I love you too, waifu! I'm sorry, I'm going on a date tomorrow, but you understand, right? You understand. You understand, it's just part of being in the wife harem. Some wives get dated and some wives go on another date. Like, you can't be jealous. You got the marriage. Oh, it's definitely a harem. Let's find somebody to raid, though. I don't have the window up still, do I? No. Let's find somebody to raid. Alright, mute this. Mute the tab so I don't pull up myself. Mari's on. Lefe's on. Mom VT is on. Salix is on, and so is Zed. Uh-oh. I think they're playing together. I think they're both playing Power Wash Simulator together. Uh-oh. That means we get 2 and 1. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go raid Zed, because he's got less followers or viewers going on right now. We're going to raid Alabaster Zed. Alabastard. More like it. I'm kidding. Well, thank you, Stream Elements thank you for putting that up, promo. But we're gonna go raid Alabaster Zed. Way! Thank you guys for coming. Let's put a raid message out there. Pack of Pride raid! And then you could add any emote that you want. Some of y'all have raid emotes, some of you don't have emote privileges at all. We don't discriminate, y'all. But thank you guys for coming. I love you guys so much. It's been a wonderful stream, and it's been very heartwarming. I love you guys. Stay gay. If you're not gay, stay ally. Stay good. Just stay good. Just be kind. Just be kind. All right. I'll see you guys later.